I'm Heather. I'm the Scotland manager for Mentor UK, and I've been running the EU Kinship Care Project in Scotland. And following our risk needs assessment, we have been producing a resource guide for kinship carers to help them understand the process and role that they play as a kinship carer when looking after the care of a child.
What would you say were the things that, when you spoke to the carers and they told you about their experiences, what were the things that you found really, that really came home to you?
Okay, I think the whole idea of isolation, they felt completely confused. They felt quite worthless at times. A wide range really of emotions in terms of the lack of support that they got. There was no consistency. They just felt lost in terms of what support, what were they meant to be doing, what was their role. As far as they were concerned, the children and their care was their main priority. And realistically, that they wanted to do their best for them. However, there were so many barriers that they were coming across just with regards to their treatment by social services, the local authorities, support agencies, and also the problems that the children themselves brought, along with the problems that the parents themselves brought into that relationship as well.
Okay, so you said that you've produced a guide or a resource for kinship carers. Give us a kind of brief overview of what that's involved. What are the subjects that you've been talking about?
Particularly for the kinship carers, what really came out was that they had a lack of knowledge of their kind of what it was involved in becoming a kinship carer. What was the role that the social worker was meant to play? What was their financial benefits? What was their legal entitlements and their responsibilities? And as a result, we kind of put it together to form a kind of guide which is divided into easy sections for them that details to them as a kinship carer what process they will go through, what's the assessment, what's the support they're meant to receive from that local authority and their social worker, what is the jargon that's used and why that jargon is used. And then from there on, the whole idea is that they then are given information about their benefits, what benefits they may be entitled to and how payments may affect their benefits. Also their legal rights as a kinship carer. Are they responsible for that child? Are they not? And also basically some information about children's hearing systems that they may go through, legal advice, legal aid which they may be entitled to, and finally kind of a section on support services that are available for them and what organisations are out there that they can contact for further support in areas of bereavement counselling, support for children and their behaviour. So it's quite a vast resource of quite a lot of detail.
And how are people going to be able to get hold of it? Is it just going to be in one place, or how are you going to get it out to carers?
We are going to give it to, we've contacted nearly all the local authorities in Scotland, and we've offered a resource, copies of the resource for them so that social workers can give it to potential kinship carers who are coming into the system. There's also going to be, because there's a number of kinship carers that are not recognised in Scotland and some don't even know that they actually are kinship carers themselves, so we're going to advertise through a poster on walls in libraries, community centres, doctors, dentist surgeries, very much about, are you a kinship carer? Are you worried, confused, scared? Then if so, this is a resource for you and please find it on these premises. We also then are also going to offer an online resource as well, so that, and this will be linked from our own website but also through different support agencies like Children First, hopefully Barnardo's, Citizens Advice Scotland, so that there will be links to this that when they go on these web pages they may also be able to find this information.
Fantastic. Okay, final question from me. If you had a message to either Alex Salmond as the First Minister or to the European Commission who've helped to fund this project, what do you think it would be? What's the thing that you want to say to them about kinship care?
Very much to stop, look and listen, really, in terms of this is a huge big issue that's happening within your country and you're not really aware of it and not really paying attention to something that actually is really affecting the young people of today that are coming in, a new generation which are coming into this country. And I think that people really need to stop and take a listen and kind of look at the issues that are out there and help and support those people that are going, not only just the parents and the children, but the parents and the grandparents who are actually having to face these problems. And we really need to take a real look about what actually is happening, what's been in place so far, and how we can change and make things different so that we don't continue in a revolving cycle where these problems continually exist.